Mic check. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Lump, say something real quick.
I can speak. I'm saying words.
All right, cool. How you guys doing? We have 6-7 people watching us right now. How amazing is that? Oh, I forgot to turn you guys on. There you go. All right, guys, welcome to the second dev stream for Block Story. I have a few guests here with us, or I shouldn't say guests. I should probably say members of the team. So first off, we have Lumpology here. Say hello, Lump. Maybe introduce yourself.
Hello, I am Lumpology. You may know me from the Block Story Discord server, or as in the very distant past as a short-lived previous developer.
Yeah, and we also have Tropica in here as well. Say hello, Tropica.
Hi. You may know me also from the Block Story Discord server as the local goblin. And also, I am part of the team, and I do music and occasionally art and some models.
Yes, indeed. Tropica is the guy who made the Dark Boss theme and the upcoming Phoenix theme, which will be in the next update. Yeah. Cool. So we have... Oh, yes, and Vuria in the chat, Vuria Dev. She's not in here right now, but that's the other developer in the chat. Yeah. And she does amazing work, by the way. Like, she's probably better than all of us. She does it all. So we have a ton to get through today. Oh my goodness. And if we take our sweet time like we did last time, we're going to be here for like 3 hours. So, oh man. So where should we start? Should we start from the beginning?
Yeah, I think just work the way down.
Cool. So this update is probably the biggest update this game has received in at least 4 years, but that might not be saying much because it doesn't get updates very often. But so this update is got a lot of quality of life. It's got a lot of features, a lot of community requested things, and it's just huge. So we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to go over some things that I have kind of teased and revealed in the past, but not everyone has seen them, and there's been a few changes that have happened since then. So we're actually going to start with something that hasn't fully been revealed yet, and we'll go from there. So the first thing on our list of things, and this is a very professional like presentation here. Like you could see the media player down below. I'm like very professional.
This is awesome.
So the first thing is we made some changes to the menu. Oops, you were not supposed to see that. Anyways, so we'll kind of go over things. Lump actually did a lot of this work because I was struggling with it. So we got a little bit of a new UI here. And I'll kind of slowly go through this individually. So the first thing, PC players, I know you guys have wanted support, so we now finally have dynamic resolutions and the option to go into window mode and full screen. That's this is something that I spent a lot of time with working on. Thank you so much, Chris, the alchemist.
Alchemist for the win.
And Lump actually ended up helping me finish that.
Yeah,
and then there's also a credits page as well. For you guys that have done translations, this is your first time taking a look at it, but we put everyone's name into it. Lump also did that as well. I'm hoping that wasn't too difficult.
No, that was pretty easy.
Pretty easy. Nice.
Yep.
And then the other thing, I'll pause it here. We have some more options when you create a world. So now you have the default current terrain generator. You can go into the old one, or you can create a flat world. So we got a few more options here. And then there's one other thing, which will pop up in here in a second. Now, when you make a character, we have a male and a female option, which very kind of put together. So currently, there's no player model in the game. The current player model is literally just an invisible camera. And as you saw from the teaser, the character was making different noises, and that's because there is now a female player option, which currently, is just sound effects. So the hurt sounds, the die sounds, and all that stuff. And for those of you wondering, this isn't in just yet. For currently, you're probably wondering, what about my current character in the game? Like, what's my current character going to be? So everyone's character is just, this is the easiest way to implement it. Everyone's character is just going to be a dude by default, and there's going to be a setting. So if you're tired of hearing the male voice, you can switch over with your current character, so you don't have to make a new character for this as well. Yeah, this is for all my girlies, as Varia said. And in terms of the menu, that's it. Do you have anything else to add there, Lump? Because you're the one who kind of did that there. A lot of it.
No, I think that's it.
That's it. Cool. See, that's small cool thing.
We rolled it back a little bit.
Roll it back.
Well, yeah, it's it's back to its lush self. It's no longer dark and gloomy.
Oh yeah, cool. But no,
there's a new theme, but I don't know if we're gonna have time to just show the entire theme and then just have it play for like however long it's like 2 minutes and something seconds.
So McCann said, did the sounds change for the male voice? Currently, I have not touched the male sounds. That's one of like the last things we still have to do. So I did run a poll about changing them, and for some reason a lot of people said keep the old sounds. I'd still like to change it because I'd like to add more character sounds rather than just getting hurt and stuff. But yeah, Entity, hold off on that comment a little bit later. We got a lot to get through. So the next thing, and this is something we kind of already teased, but I'll show some more footage and a few more things, is that the game is getting some more immersion. Ooh. So I'll just run through the stuff here. So the leaves, the trees, and all that stuff will now blow in the wind. This game has a dynamic wind system that changes depending on the humidity, the clouds, and all that stuff. And we decided to incorporate the leaves, the bushes, and all that stuff will now move with it, just adding a little bit of immersion. As you can see here, got some moving grass, and we have a Bambi that just annoyed me. And also, it moves when you walk into it as well. And it's also worth noting, I didn't have a clip of this here, but there is, here's some more. It's worth noting that the space grass also does move. And however, in space, there's no wind, so you have to take the space grass actually down to the main surface. The clouds move as well. You have to take the space surface down to like the overworld for it to actually move, essentially. And here's some of the ocean stuff. Last time we showed off this ocean stuff, it was a mess. The former developer kind of AI generated it, to put it nicely. So we had some art guys, Tropica is one of them. We have another art guy who went in and basically redid all of the ocean stuff, and Lump toned down the amount of like seaweed, seagrass, and stuff that spawns in. Right, Lump?
It was let me check. It was it Wren or Wave?
Wavy.
Wavy. I think it was Wavy that did the textures for the seagrass and stuff, or those whatever, kelp.
Yeah, we did
Okay.
the seagrass, and then the like longer seagrass was me.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is
And,
what the ocean
yeah.
currently looks like now. All of the textures were redone, so they're not AI generated anymore. But it's still there. You got the kelp there, seagrass is there. There's a few other things I don't even know how to pronounce the name of. But yeah, that's some of the other.
You're thinking an enemy?
Yes, that was Aragog randomly
Yeah.
screaming. Fire was also redone. Now you could see the fire from the tops and the bottoms of the block, so now you can actually avoid it if it's on fire. And there's also a fire slider, so you can change the overall quality. I believe the lower you go, the more original it'll actually look. So that's something small. Thank you, Mysterious Man.
This is a banger. Hello say, Mycon, Lump, Tropica, Varia and Excel. Say hello to my old skin.
All right, thank you for that. Mysterious Man says hi to all of you if you guys didn't hear that.
Hi.
Hello.
But yeah, Kevin, so there's a slider so you can adjust it. I believe if you lower the slider, it goes back to the original way it should be on the fire. So that's kind of it for the immersion stuff. We have leaves blowing, grass blows, all the plants, flowers, all that stuff. It now is interactable when you walk into it. The ocean has received an overhaul. Oh, and one other thing. We'll just hint at this. As far as the ocean drops with all the new blocks and stuff, there's actually a new creature that drops some of those things that Lump added. Yeah. All right, so the next thing, we have 90 viewers now, by the way. That's cool to see. So the next thing we have is the lighting. Where is the lighting? This is something you could talk about, Lump, because you kind of did a lot of this.
So lighting is being updated to have a certain quality to it. You may notice it combines a little more and casts a bit further. It's going to look a little more candy, a little more rainbow. And I hope you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a lot more bright. Kind of looks like old pre 8.0. I am interacting with the chat. I see you right there. But no, things are a lot more bright, vibrant. And in terms of other things, in terms of the lighting, there's a few biomes that now have like lighting systems in them and stuff like that. The slabs and stuff were fixed. Yes. Appreciate it, Danish. Thank you so much.
And I think some of this is still like work in progress lighting. I don't
Some of it
remember.
is very
we'll
bright.
tune it as it goes, but
Yeah.
some things are a little too bright for now. But
Some things are
we'll
kind
move
of bright, but you know.
The lighting system was just, from what I've heard, very hard to tinker with. So
It is. And yeah, I can play it again. So like a lot of things, like it's too bright. So I will say that when this update was being worked on, the former dev was actually working on this, and it was just all messy by the time I brought in some new team members to work on this stuff. And it's all work in progress. We could tone it down a little bit if it's too much. But yeah, that's currently where we're at right now. And it's super easy to tone down, right?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, maybe it's not.
We'll make some tweaks. Don't worry.
Yeah, we'll get there.
It'll all get figured out.
All right, cool. So the next thing on our board, this is actually something I'm really looking forward to. Varia was working on this for a long time. This is the where is it? It's the mob shaders. That's what I'm looking for. One moment, please. This is very professional, by the way. Oh, here it is. So this is something that personally, when I saw this, I thought this is kind of crazy, in my opinion. So for the longest time, this game has had all the mobs in the game don't like have any lighting attached to them. They're kind of like their own thing. That is not going to be the case anymore. This is kind of going to turn the game into a horror game, essentially. So now, which I will now play the video, I'm in a cave, and now these things are dark, and right there I got jump scared because Aragog was around, and I couldn't see Aragog. Obviously, we still need to adjust the health bars and stuff like that. But, see now, I pulled out my life magic. I'm going to go run over to some other things. And spiders are bugged, by the way, so just ignore the weird, janky spiders. That's something that'll be fixed. But see, I just pulled away my life magic. And I'm going to pull out my dark axe. And now they're all purple and pink. Personally, doing this with the new sounds is really going to revamp the overall feel of the game, in my opinion. I was just experimenting with a few other weapons and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of mob shaders. I don't know if there's anything else. Oh yeah, there we go. That's me messing with the torch. But yeah, this is something I've always wanted to see for the longest time, and yeah, what do you think? It's still work in progress. The lighting in this game is very jacked up, and yeah. This is going to be one of my favorite additions, though. I don't know if you guys agree with me or not.
Yeah,
I like it.
Nice. So, yeah, I wasn't actually able to figure out where Aragog was in that space. So the next thing we have is a balance pass, or just a lighting pass, or texture pass, or whatever you want to call it, on the Forgotten Sky and Hades. And I actually want to know what your feedback is on all this. I think the Forgotten Sky looks better. Hades, it actually looks more how it used to look like back in like version 8. So, Lump, you can also talk about this, because this was mostly your doing as well.
Yep.
Let me just pull up the video real quick if I can find it. There's a lot of stuff here. Forgotten Sky and Hades. There we go. And there we go. All right, it's playing. Here's some clips of Forgotten Sky.
So, some things you may notice. There are some texture additions, and there's a subtle color to the grass that may be of interest. There's some new lighting features in Forgotten Sky, and we've switched around some of the block types to give it a more ancient and, well, forgotten feel. Let's say.
Yeah, forgotten feel. I think that's one way to put it. Yeah, it's got more of the grass has more of a tealish color, which is how it used to be back in the good old days. And then next up we have the Hades, and this is still something I'm kind of flip-flopping on, so I'm actually very curious to know what you guys think about this. So Hades...
Yeah, so this could be a little more controversial, let's say, but there's some stuff for you here.
All right, so let me know what you guys think of Hades. If you don't like it, it could be reverted back, so just let me know what you guys think of Hades when we get there.
So we've kind of gone through, and you can see it's a more uniform, hellish landscape. And there's a return of an old friend kind of lurking around, but I won't say what that is yet.
Yeah, it has more of the texture and feel. Oh, someone spotted it. It has more of the feel of version 8 and older. So it's now it's no longer stone on the ground. It's now it's hell. It's hell bricks and stuff like that. Whatever it's called, you know. But yeah, so Forgotten Sky and Hades, they're getting a giant bit of a change. So Forgotten Sky now looks like its own biome, and Hades obviously looks more like the version 8. So I guess you can let me know what you think of the The new Hades. Isn't Hades already helped me? Yeah, I mean, technically, yeah. But, I think Hades is too colorful. Yeah, it has a lot. That's because of the bright lighting on the ceiling. But, yeah, that's what was going on there.
We could probably put it down to like a poll or something eventually.
But yeah, will there be night vision and stuff? That's not a bad idea. I don't know how like a night vision set would fit with the theme of the game though, so we'd have to be a little bit creative there. The next thing on our agenda, paint. This might be the one section where I probably won't say much. So, paint is getting an update. So not only are you going to be able to paint blocks, you'll be able to paint just about anything. Items, flowers, plants, all that stuff. Paint everything. Yes. Yeah, just about everything except for currently sand is not working, but we're looking into that. We can't paint mobs. But with the way mobs are set up, I think they would have to be reworked. But you cannot paint Paula, guys. Now the chat's focused on the more important things, right? Paint the sky. That's actually not a bad idea. It's easy to change the sky color. So that's all I really have to say there. Painting, not really my expertise. It's not really any of ours. I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about that section. All right, let's get into some of the bigger stuff now, though. I know Lump and Tropica are really looking forward to this next one.
Yes.
Yes. So, I'll do kind of like an introduction on what's going on here with the next section. Oh, this one is actually just going to be a PNG, so I'm going to have to change this to this. So, this game, as a lot of you may have known, this game has a block limit of 256. The same goes with items and mobs. This information got out, and a lot of people have worried because this is like the reason why the game hasn't received blocks in years. This is the reason why there's not many items, and I wanted to add a lot of mobs to the game and back then, and basically was told no because there's this limit. They're connected to bytes, so we have this limit in the game, and it's been very limiting. So when I got this new team together, and Lump, you can take it over from here because I know you want to do this.
So basically, for the first, first few weeks of the new development, we just spent much of the time just upgrading all of the old block engine to make it support just a huge number of items and blocks. So the texture atlas is going to be expanded, the items atlas is expanded, and there is now I'm happy to say, a block limit of over 16,000.
So, in literally less than 2 days, a thing that we were told was impossible for years is now no longer possible. The block limit, the item limit, and the creature limit is gone. So what do you do when the block limit goes away? You add in a ton of new blocks to the game and bring back some old ones as well. All right, Lump, you can go take over. I have the picture on the stream now.
All right. Some of these we've gone back and retextured a few existing ones. Welcome back to the old crystal blocks, for example. But you're gonna notice there's some new ones here, and some suspiciously placed old ones that how did they get there? So for example, you can now make crystal block versions of sulfur and unobtainium, and of course you can now make crystal block variants of chlorium and kryptonite. This, of course, introduces a chlorium and kryptonite ore as well to replace the existing one, and slime. Hey, there's some slime. I wonder what happens if you step on it. We've got some more builders blocks. Not everything has a use yet, but tons of stuff to play with. And glass has been rolled back to its crystalline form, and so is ice. And I hope you guys enjoy. And there's lots more coming. We have so many ideas. Oh, and look at that grass block over there. That's awfully suspicious. What's that? Oh, I don't know. I forget.
Yeah, I think we've forgotten that grass. Wink, 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 blink.
Yeah, I would brag about this, but apparently Hytale just added an update with 500 blocks, so we got to step our game up, guys.
We'll get there. We'll get there. But
so this thing was told that this was impossible to overcome, but this new team I got together has overcome it in less than 2 days, and we've just been adding blocks. We've been retexturing some, and expect from updates from now on just a ton of new blocks in every update, right? Can I say that? Can I make that promise, or is that a bad thing to say?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yes, I would love to texture more.
Every new update.
Yeah, so not only that,
we'll have a block.
We're not limited by items, we're not limited by mobs. The scope is greatly expanded now. And oh great, Chris is clipping this. So the pressure is on now, guys.
No, we'll do it. I mean, there's a lot of blocks here that were retextured for like aesthetic purposes that are already in the game. Like the beehive uses the texture that's pretty much like the one that you guys see now in the game, but it's made to look slightly color-wise more like the old one. I think it's the ice bricks have been
this one. This is the ice block, and then the glass in the window as well.
Yeah, the frozen coral looks more like actual coral a little bit and doesn't have that kind of weird look to it. That weird, extremely lumpy look to it, so it's more of a building block now. There's the lamp has changed completely. That was fun to do. It was really weird to do. Lizard yellow flower is white again. You might just change that name eventually. I did new textures for the anemone because the old one kind of looked like a sea urchin for some reason. And the duck flower, which just kind of didn't really fit for some reason. And the what else is there? I think that's.
Oh, I want to specifically shout out Wavy, who's redone the entire fancy texture set.
Yeah.
Oh yes. Yes. Our other
that was
artists.
Extremely big task.
Yeah, our other artists just went in and completely redid the fancy texture pack. So if you want like even more textures, you're gonna have a brand new fancy texture pack as well to try out. There's a lot here. Yeah, I don't know if I have much else to say.
The jack-o'-lantern, you can't see it, but it was very slightly redone so that it doesn't look like kind of weirdly photoshopped. It's pointing away because it's in shame.
You can't turn it around. It always faces that direction.
Yeah, it's weird. Maybe we can fix that too eventually. I don't know.
Yeah. So that's the block section. We're starting to get into some of the more exciting things. What do we have next? I think the next is music, actually. Yes, it is. Yeah. So the first thing, as far as music goes in this update, I believe there is 4 new tracks coming in this update. Oh yeah, there's more. This is a huge update, guys. I'm calling it 14.0 for a reason. So for music, there's 4 new tracks coming. There's the Phoenix boss track, which you guys have probably heard in my video, so I'm not going to play it here. There is Archangel's Space Slayer 1 track, which he just finished. The one I have on my channel is not updated, so I might play it soon. And then Tropica made 2 more music tracks. There's going to be a new cave track, which I'm not going to actually showcase in this one. What I'm going to showcase is the menu track that she made. So this is something that I think is probably kind of cool. Let me first find it. So
don't worry, I didn't completely change it. This was a very specific thing.
Yeah, so this track, as you guys all know, the menu theme, I'll just play the first clip of it because you guys know what the menu theme is. we've all heard it. We all know what it is. Tropica actually took that theme and made an extended version of it. So I'm going to play it. It's 2 minutes long. The first minute is going to sound about the same, but there's going to be a continuation to it, and I just think it sounds amazing. I think it's almost like a remastered version of this track. So I'm going to play it right now, and we're going to probably sit in silence for the next 2 minutes. So, yeah, this is all the same currently. It does this thing like 4 or 5 times, and then you'll hear the new part.
There's some slightly different stuff in the second when it repeats, I guess. I don't know. You'll hear it.
Just give it a moment. I think it's gonna do one more. Yeah, so it'll do it one more time. And then the new part should be coming up right now.
Archangel, you are such a legend.
I'm assuming we'll upload this eventually to the channel or whatever,
Yeah.
along with the other stuff from Archangel and the rest.
I'm sorry, I forgot to turn off my streaming music.
No, this is just what it sounds like. There's little beats in the background.
I'm sorry, I forgot about the streaming music. I apologize, chat. I hope that the streaming music wasn't too loud. That was embarrassing. I will probably play the Archangel music towards the end of the stream. Okay, good. Because that one's a very long one. Archangel's... Oh, you want me to play? I could play it again.
We could talk over it this time.
I'm just going to the new part.
It's a very simple extension.
Yeah.
Well, I can use this as an opportunity to shout out that book button on the menu screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I wonder.
The book button on the bottom takes you to the wiki page, so shout out wiki team. That is wiki.gg, not fandom.
Oh, and also, regarding music, I think we were able to get the old mystery sound back, whatever it was called, that one ambience that played sometimes. I got in contact with the original creator of the stock music used in this game and asked him if we had permission and stuff, and he was like, wow, thank you for asking, blah blah blah. And so he said basically yes, we're working on getting a maybe licensing figured out or something, but he doesn't have much of a problem with it.
Yeah.
So welcome back, mystery sound or whatever it was called.
It never really left.
No, not for long anyway.
Yeah, I'll play it one more time because I realized when I went to mute my music, I accidentally deafened it and not muted it, so that was my bad.
Yeah, with this, the goal with this is to keep you on the menu as long as possible. We just want you to sit here and chill.
Yeah.
Is there going to be any changes to the music discs so that we can tell them from apart? That's actually a good idea. There isn't right now.
I'm sure that wouldn't technically be too hard, right?
No. They're all separate items.
They're all just items, yeah.
We have capped out at 100 viewers, ladies and gents, and we're listening to main menu music.
That's what they all want to do.
Oh, wonderful.
All right. The original creator is Paul, by the way. True hatred. All right. So that's
game?
enough main
Do they
menu
mean
music.
of the game?
I could listen to it all day, but all right. What do we got next? Audio.
If they mean of the music, the original creator of the menu music is somebody known as ERH on
see.
Freesound.
I
But yeah,
didn't-
Paul made the game originally.
Yeah. How is Paul? I don't know. I haven't been able to talk to Paul in a couple months. So let's move on to another big thing. This is something I worked on. This was actually supposed to be what the update was about back then before everything else just kind of happened. TED update. So I don't know why I'm so blurry. Weird. So there is going to be... Okay, there we go. I'm better. New audio. So in terms of audio, I spent a lot of time on this. There is probably around 400 new sounds in the game. Something like that. I'm too HD. So this is going to range from weapons, creatures, and all that stuff. I am the owner, by the way. Paul gave up ownership in 2024. So the first thing we're going to go over is the weapons and the weapons and some of the items now have equip sounds instead of just a little click. And they're all individual depending on the weapon. And same with the magic staffs. Oh yeah, the guns as well. So I believe here, I'm also going to go over, they all have individual different attack sounds as well. They're not all the same freesound.org sound. Yeah, the screaming cow kind of got in the way. I didn't show all of the weapons, so Spike's magic I didn't put in that clip, but they all got sounds, so you gotta trust me.
Obsessed with those metal swords. You'd have no idea.
Ted kind of got in the way a little bit. I don't know how I did not hit him right there.
It's just taunting.
He's testing you.
All right, so the next thing, they all have individual impact sounds as well. I just completely revamped like all the sounds on them. There's also reload sounds with the gun as well. Same with the rocket launcher. Oh, and then the other thing. Oh yeah, that's just impact sounds with swords. The audio is kind of all over the place. Still gonna work on it and tune it.
I think the video might be slightly off from the actual audio.
Oh, well that's no good. It might be a little bit actually. The next thing, oops. The next thing is that I added impact sounds to every single creature and every single NPC. So all 100 plus or whatever of them will now react. They'll scream, they'll grunt, they'll moan. Should I even have said that? Oh well. They all basically now react to your hits. So
Yes, including Paula.
yeah, including Paula. So now they actually have like voices and stuff, and it actually feels like you're hitting something tough, you know? Now I was going around punching things. I was in creative mode, so that's why they're not running away. It's one of my favorite ones. The next thing. The NPCs now have voices when you talk to them. And then the
I
other
really
thing.
like the wizard.
Yeah, the wizard. The wizard's got a deep voice. So they also have. I'll get into this next. So in terms of audio, like I said, there's a ton of new audio sounds. Every single creature. Yeah, I gave Ted a cute voice because he's a small dude. So every single creature in the game now has idle sounds and impact sounds. So before this update, or in the current version you guys are playing, I'd say maybe only 5 to 10% of the creatures currently have sounds. Every single creature now has idle sounds, and I also tweaked the distance as to how far away sounds can be. So back then in the current version, you get the guys. I can't speak today. I only got like 4 hours of sleep. So the current version, you can only really hear the sounds of the creatures when you're like right next to them or just really close by. Now the sounds actually travel, so you can hear them from a distance. Like I was getting footage of Hydra here, which I didn't actually get this in the clip. Or no, I was getting footage of the T-Rex. And all of a sudden I heard this loud hissing from my right. So I looked to my right and Hydra spawned in and was starting to run after me. And I'm like, wow, this is so cool. A basic game feature is finally in this game. So every single creature in the game now has sounds. I even spent time working on the small things like squirrels and otters. They didn't really need sounds, but I gave them sounds. And everything also has impact sounds. So you're looking at, in terms of creature sounds, probably around 300 to 350 new sounds. Like a lot of them have multiple idle sounds and stuff like that. So it's just, a lot of stuff has been done here. And a lot of you have seen this clip. Here is some of the sounds and stuff that you can hear. So this will come with the impact sounds, and you'll hear some of the sounds that the creatures themselves make. Let me just go back a little bit so I can get this out of the way. That's also old Hades. And that's another thing. Something else, and I just recently added this, is I added in atmospheric sounds. So depending on the biome you're in, it'll also play some additional sounds, and there's also a nighttime setting on it, so it'll play sounds only at nighttime. So in this case, it started playing some crickets, and the howling you heard is from the werewolf, by the way. I had one situation where I was testing this out, and I intentionally increased the distance of the werewolf's howl to really far. And I was just wandering around in a forest at night, and I heard a werewolf howl, and I looked around and I couldn't find it. And I was like, wow, this is going to be pretty cool. I know.
Scary.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's actually been really fun playing with the sounds. Like, it's just, you like hear stuff as you go. It's very immersive.
It is. The game is so much more immersive now. And there's a lot of sounds that are kind of creepy. But yeah. Oh, geez, I have Sam typing in Twitch chat. Sam, what are you doing in Twitch chat? But yeah. So in total, there's probably around 350 new creature sounds. There's an additional like 30, 40, 50 new weapon sounds. There's atmospheric sounds. Am I missing anything on my list? There's NPC talking. There is... Actually, that might be it. So you got idle sounds, impact sounds, creature sounds that are impact and idle, and all that stuff. Yeah. My Amazon Alexa just randomly went off. That was something. So that's what I was doing. I did that around January, February. And yeah. The next thing I have for you is the balance overhaul. You guys ready for this one?
Oh, yeah.
This is a good one. So, for the longest time, people have asked me about this, and it's just been properly imbalanced. The next thing I did after finishing the sounds with the creatures and the weapons and all that stuff was I went in and rebalanced the whole entire game. All creatures have had their damage, their health, their XP tweaked. And there isn't much else to say about it. And so one of the things, I don't actually remember what's going to play first in this balance overhaul, so let's actually just take a look. So the first thing, magic users. I'm sure you've been wondering why your staffs have not been working on any of the space creatures. That's no longer the case anymore. So, what I've currently done is I rebalanced in terms of magic damage. Every single playstyle will now work on any creature. That was the important goal. And so, the other thing I did is I had some fun tweaking around with the balance of things. So currently, right now, the space creatures just 100% resist everything. Except for like a small few things like fire. So what I have done is I went in and I basically gave the creatures resistance instead of I don't know, it might play in the next clip here. Maybe I shouldn't spoil this yet. I'm getting ahead of myself here. This is one of my favorite sounds. This trident feels powerful. Oh, and then this thing. The other thing I did in terms of balance overhaul, so space creatures have been heavily nerfed. The balance was completely ridiculous, and it just did not make any sense. The goal with this update is to make space feel like a smooth transition from pre-Dragon Lord to post-Dragon Lord. So once you defeat Dragon Lord, you should be able to go up into space, and you should be able to at least survive. That was the goal with this. There's 137 now, actually. 137 creatures in the game. And am I expecting to get all of this correct on the first try? No, obviously not. It's my first attempt here. But if there is something wrong, you can give me feedback and we can make the change and we can make it better. So Swamp Golem was also nerfed, by the way. And so not only did I nerf most of the space creatures a lot, like majority of them had their health cut in half or sometimes more. Their health was cut in half or sometimes more. In this case, the Swamp Golem, it was cut by almost 3 times. But the one thing I didn't nerf and I actually increased was the XP drop. So let's just take a look and see how much XP Swamp Golem drops now when you kill him. See that? Space creatures actually give out more XP rather than the overworld creatures. So I'm trying to encourage players to not only progress into space, I want them to stay there, because how often do you have players that actually stay in space? And so that's not only that, I want players to actually reach the level 100s, and I said that in the previous update. However, I wasn't allowed to make those changes to let that happen. So we want people to reach those level 100s and get to that max level of 200. We want it to actually be reachable. Some of the other balance things I did is creatures. All right, this is a big one, so pay attention here. We got 100 viewers here, and they all need to hear this. It's very important. Creatures and enemies will no longer heal by any elements. If you attack Ashcore with angelic swords, you will not instantly heal him. Instead, he will resist it. So, like, if you have 100, let's say your angelics do 100 electricity damage. Instead of electricity damage healing him, instead of it being completely resistant, he'll now absorb it by like 90%. So instead of doing 100 damage, you'll only do 10. So this is the same with all creatures, including the space ones. The space ones, especially the blue ones, have specific resistances. Like one of them, they resist it by 10%, or they resist by 75%. Some they resist by 50%. You need to figure out which ones work better than others, and it's going to be fun experimenting. The other thing about space, since space, I want to make space feel like a smooth progression beyond Dragonlord. So not only are creatures heavily nerfed and XPs greatly increased, the main goal of space is to get the Phoenix Swords, right? So once you get this, for most space creatures, fire is going to be their main weakness. So I want to reward you guys once you defeat the Phoenix and get the Phoenix Swords or any other Phoenix related items that are fire. You can then roam around and kill things easier, and it feels like you've actually progressed and become stronger. So that's currently where I'm at with creature balance. And yeah, so that's currently, I think, all I have to say about creature balance. It's been completely reworked. You're going to get a lot more XP for going into space, and you're actually going to stand a chance. So, yeah, I think I covered everything there. I rambled on for a lot there. I hope you guys are still alive listening to me ramble. But the goal is things have been rebalanced, and you can now play any play style against any creature. And yeah. So the next thing, random small changes. This is going to be a fun one. Let's see. Where is it? So this next section is going to be a good one. There's more. Oh. This is a big update. Lump knows what's about to come. These next things that are coming up are small things, but things that the community has requested for a long time, and I was not allowed to do this back then up until now. All right, you ready for this? This is going to be cool. You ready, Lump?
Yep. Do it.
Here we go.
What's happening here, Lump? You did this.
It's an alien dog. Logically speaking, I think it should be allowed to be in space. Can into space, yes.
Yeah, look at that. Gontar now survives in space.
Finally.
Yeah, and so I just got finished talking about the balance overhaul. Angel Goblin will no longer heal Ashcore. He actually does a little bit of damage and will help you out. He's earthbound. He's not supposed to breathe in space. My main goal with here was making sure Angel Goblin didn't mow down Ashcore at the same time, so you still got to do the fighting. The former dev didn't allow any of these things. The former dev said that Angel Goblin should be able to fully heal Ashcore because it adds skill to the fight, so do with that information as you will.
Adds skill.
Yes, it adds skill. The next thing, and I'm surprised nobody has actually caught this yet, I am temporarily disabling the game's knockback system because it just has issues. It's gonna probably come back later, but temporarily there is no more knockback. So it's like the good old days. I lost my mouse. This is a small little build thing. Yeah, you can't throw the angel swords. I don't know how to do that yet. we'll see. Maybe one day. So, knockback is temporarily disabled. We need to work on that, and it'll come back later when it actually works like a functioning knockback system. The next thing, I am in creative mode, destroying a bunch of stuff, and you might notice something. So for those of you that are builders out there, whenever you destroyed something, you may have noticed it always left a shadow behind. That is no longer the case anymore. You can now destroy structures, you can destroy anything, and it now will no longer leave a shadow on the ground of where it once was. The shadows are completely gone, just like that. Oh, geez. The next one's going to be on you, Lump. So that's currently what we did there. Small little quality of life improvement. Lump. Tell me
just a small quality of life experience.
What's going on here?
Just a small, just tiny little, like nothing really. You guys don't even think like there's nothing changed. It's the same. Nothing is. Oh, there's just I couldn't tell you honestly. There's nothing here.
Nothing here?
It's empty.
Nothing here.
Nope, nothing.
Nothing here. Nothing at all. Nothing suspicious.
Nothing. No.
Nah.
You just keep scrolling.
We are pleased to announce that every single item is now in creative mode. Everything.
There's nothing weird about it.
Yeah, there's nothing weird about it at all. Everything is in creative mode. But
it's all just great.
It's just great. Everything is there. We learned that the things were intentionally not put in. There was a tag in the game's code that said, "Do not put it in creative," and we just kind of got rid of that.
Yeah, it was one of the easiest fixes we actually did.
Yes.
The fact that it has been like this for so long is insane.
The shadow bio, that was actually just something I included that was not related to the former dev. The next thing, this is something Lump did as well. So I'm loading into an old world, version 8 and older. And you might notice something with the spawners. The spawners in the old world have their old textures back. And not only that, the wizard now spawns in the old world. So if you guys want to try and complete the story in your old world, you could try.
Thank you. I know I've been.
Yeah, I don't guarantees it's not proof tested, but you'll get close, I'm sure.
So
Still no space.
Space is not in the old world though. We haven't done that. No. And here's the red old spawners. And I punched a dragon bat. What do you think? Pretty cool, huh? There's actually a few more things, but I don't have video of them.
Yeah, so there's more spawner. There's a the swamp spawner is there too, and there's a new spawner.
Yes, there is new spawners. Cool. So, a few other small things. We updated this. I'm just including this in this game section. For those of you that speak foreign languages, I formed a music team a couple months ago, and I just updated all of the languages to the game, and they all work. Especially if you're Korean, Spanish, Chinese, Brazilian, Portuguese. What are some of the others? Italian, French. A lot of those languages have been updated by the community, and they've all done such a great job. So shout out them. They're going to all be in the credits page, which they probably saw earlier. So if you guys want to play it in your foreign language, there is now proper support, and there's no more random like English stuff going on, and a lot of it makes sense because back then a lot of it was like Google translated and stuff like that, and that'll also be included into the update. They've done an incredible job. Yeah, shout out Wiki team. There's your second bit of credit. Turkish there's two new languages, Turkish and Polish, and those, from what I've seen, have been very slow or at a standstill, so we're kind of looking for help there. Some other languages, Japanese, and what's the other one? There's like one other that hasn't. Oh yeah, European Portuguese. That one, those two haven't really received any work yet. But besides that, everything else has been going well. It's been nice. So the next thing, we removed player file encryption. Do you want to talk about that, Lump? Because I think you did that.
Yeah. So, player file encryption. Basically, you couldn't access your player file to make changes. This is very important for people who like to make maps or modding. Existing player files that are encrypted will be de-encrypted, and all future player file encryptions, player files will not be encrypted.
Yes, I got a bunch of people like that too. Appreciate the language help. Message me on Discord. I currently don't want to add in new languages just yet, but we'll get there. The last thing, and I don't think I'm missing anything else on this list, we removed IL2 CPP. So this was added in the engine update, and it was supposedly added, allegedly, for better performance, which it wasn't. It doesn't do that. I believe this was added in to stop people from modding the game, and I don't want that. I am pro mod, so we are removing IL2 CPP, and we're going to open up the modding chat in our Discord, and we're going to let... I saw that message in chat. We're going to let people be able to mod the game again, and I'm hoping to bring better mod support in the future, but... it's coming. This update is going to have it. And a lot of people seem to have liked that. So that was something nice.
Yeah, go crazy, guys.
Yeah, go crazy. So, you know what's funny is
the block limit is removed, so you can add more blocks.
Yes, you can not only mod the game, you can add more blocks. You can add in 5,000 blocks.
Have fun.
So now it is time for the next thing, which I think I'm done with the videos. Next, it's time for a live demo. Thank you so much, Zeus.
Hell yeah, thank you.
So, how you guys liking the stream so far? We still got stuff to show. It's a huge update.
There's more?
There's more. All right, I am actually going to... there is more. This is a huge update, guys. Biggest update in a long time. Uh-oh. Why isn't it full screen? One moment.
No, you can just play like this.
Nah, I'm fine. Let's do Unity capture. There we go. We're going to do...
looks like we're watching it on a theater.
This is a big update. That's why we're calling it 14.0. Back then, this update used to be just lighting and sound, and we were calling it 14.5. So, in this update...
on your stream, it doesn't show up as full screen. If you have it in full screen.
Oh, I just changed it, so.
Oh, okay. That's good.
So, yes. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. So.
Temporary mod.
We're gonna load into a world, and we're gonna do this live. Oh yeah, there's a new icon right there. You guys see that? That's pretty cool. Since I'm in a Unity build, it's gonna take a little bit to load, and hopefully it doesn't crash. Oh, I'm up in space. I don't want to be in space. So I am gonna go back down to the mainland. First, I need something to kill me. Oh, and I need to increase the render distance. If anything crashes or horrible goes wrong, I'm sorry. It's just work in progress. All right, let's just have this guy kill me. Kill me, please. We do have artists on the team, by the way. All right. Oh, you know what? This is my glitched world. I need to switch worlds. I forgot. That's the one that has the broken crickets.
It's broken crickets.
It has. They're playing and they won't stop, and I need to fix it.
That's weird.
Yeah,
it's weird how that's like a world-dependent thing.
All right. Let's increase the render distance and show you what is coming. This is something Lump did, and we're not going to say anything until we find it. Will you guys update hints? We plan on updating the hints. Yeah.
Yeah, I have the new ones written in. If you want to look at the new ones, they should be in the translation chat in the server.
Oh yeah, we increased the render distance, didn't we, Lump? Or
I don't know if that'll actually do much, but it should at the very least make chunks persist longer after they're loaded.
All right, let's go exploring. There's something that is going to be in all of your worlds that I can't wait to show off. We just got to find it first. Oh my goodness, the render chunks faster. The wizard's just going to fall and die. This might take a moment.
This feature is kind of rare, isn't it?
It is a little bit rare.
Yeah, a little bit rare.
A little bit. Doesn't help that I
can't see, yeah.
Turn down vertical distance. Fine, I'll turn down Nah, I don't want to turn it down a little bit. I'll find it eventually, though. Oh my goodness.
Stream takes like 5 hours.
I hope it doesn't take 5 hours. I have the worst luck. Okay, there's the Forgotten Sky. Why is it rendering so slow? Is it just being dumb? Aha! Here we go! I am proud to announce the return of the floating islands. All in your current worlds, by the way.
What happened to the Matty model competition?
I'll get to that in just a second. Appreciate it, though. All of your current worlds are now going to have the built-in floating islands from the old terrain generator. And for some reason, my thing is rendering all whack. But this is a good sample of them. You got these. There's the snow floating islands. There's I don't know. Lump did all this. You could talk about it.
Yeah, yes. Okay, so they're going to generate in clusters, so you should find them not super commonly, but they should generate in groups of like 5 or so, or like 6 or so. And they will have ore spawn, and they will be, some will have grass, some will have snow, and they will have unique decorators on top of them. So,
look at the flowers. The return of the pink flowers.
And they're yeah. So you'll find just, you know, they're meant to just be look cool. You'll randomly stumble upon them. You'll find them. They'll just be up in the air waiting for you, and you can do what you like with them. Some of them will be stone, some of them will be snow, and
there's some ores with new textures, by the way.
Every island will spawn with a single piece of exposed chlorium. Yes.
So we got, and there's also a small chance that these islands can actually spawn with the old creature spawners as well.
Yeah, yeah. So you can find a monster spawner on some of them. It's pretty rare though.
Yeah, so a lot of the ores also got regenerated. That's kind of the surprise for the main demo. Let's see if I can find some more. Raining mobs. All the mobs are falling from the sky. Oh, here's some more. But so these are, you don't have to make a new world for this. It's all going to be in your current world. And yeah, you'll be able to like build up here if you want. You can make some fancy things.
It's a good way to get specific types of flowers if you need that.
Yeah.
For some reason.
Yeah, exactly. It's a good safe place.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and here's some sounds. Cool. But yeah, so we have now we're adding in falling mobs apparently. Yeah, there they go. That was actually some fish. I have a moth underneath my chair here. I'm just gonna ignore that.
That's awesome. It's a
Yeah.
new feature.
Here's another example of atmospheric sounds. Is the floating or the forgotten sky has wind. I don't know if you guys can hear that.
It's nice.
And then
Oh,
as it
there's
gets-
also you might notice a little bit of a strange little block on these islands that appears.
Yeah, there's a new block. Tropica, I believe, just made it yesterday. Forgotten
Yeah.
Nights.
Me and Lump just kind of were like, yeah, okay, we could do that.
Yeah.
Here,
I
I'm
think
gonna.
the only reason we did that was because that texture's a part of the electric light.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing a fix for the electric torch, and then we had this leftover textures. Like, all right, new block. We can do that now.
Yeah, we can just add as many blocks
Yeah.
as we want. So
Yeah, it's like a Moria thing too. So they just kind of dot the landscape like the
there's a
old
few
Moria
more
lamps.
options in creative as well. We got clouds, humidity for rain, and then wind. And then also, I can show off the time of day. So if I make it nighttime, the wind will go away, and we'll get crickets. I'm sorry, I spent like 50 plus hours on sound, and I'm gonna show off all the sounds. I spent time with squirrel sounds and jackal sounds.
I feel bad for hurting that thing.
Yeah, you're gonna feel bad for hurting that thing now. It actually like cries, which is kind of sad.
If you want, since you're on the Forgotten Sky, you can show off the new Kryptonite and Chlorium
Oh yeah, I can do that.
textures.
It glows
Those
so
were
bright
fun
now.
to make.
It's easy to find. The lizard sound.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll find any lizards up
Oh
here.
yeah, the lizard sound is gross.
This is the new kryptonite.
So that
right?
is, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I had fun making these. These are fun little blocks.
Yeah.
And you saw the Chlorium earlier.
Yeah, we did do the chlorium. I don't know if I'll be able to find a lizard up here, guys. You might have to. Oh wait, is that a lizard? Wait. Whoa! I just got launched back for no reason. It's so ridiculous. If you're asking for logic and lore behind the floating islands, I'm not the person to talk to.
We could make it up, I guess. I don't know. There's
Yeah,
no
we
like
could.
lore document, I don't think.
The lizard is the only mob that's not a fish to not have idle sounds. It has impact sounds.
Hi, Mr. Duck.
But yeah. So I was just doing the demo to find the floating islands. We actually have more. Oh, there's more. More floating islands. There's actually more.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah, there is. I've just shown off some more floating islands because, you know, why not?
They're kind of pretty and majestic.
They are.
We gotta work on.
I have an idea for them, but I'm gonna say that later. I don't want to
Okay.
spoil anything.
Okay, that's fine. But no, I can't wait to see what you guys do with the floating islands, whether you're gonna build here or... use them for getting ores and all that stuff. So, other random things. Heavy metal swords were buffed, so that one guy who kept complaining about them can cry of joy here.
Yeah, that's right. We're talking to you.
Yeah. There were a few weapons that were buffed. The rocket launcher, this was one I did. I can show off the rocket launcher. I just need to get some rockets. And I can demonstrate it in creative now because everything is actually in creative mode. So the rocket launcher was probably one of the more useless items in the game because it fired slow and the rockets didn't go far. So I increased them both. It fires faster. And it also
This
goes
is like an actual rocket launcher.
Yes, you don't have to like try to guide where it's going. You can it actually goes fast. It goes farther. And the only thing I did was I increased the reload speed. It used to be like 2.5 seconds. It's now 3. So there's a lot of weapons, and I haven't gone over all of it because it's just a part of the balance overhaul that receives some work. And there's the chlorium again, by the way. Yeah. But no, you can actually like shoot things and use this thing. Yeah, I shot the bird. But yeah, that's just some random things. Equip sounds. One of my favorite sounds is this one. I like the spawn sound it now makes with the staff and stuff. Yeah, we hunt with rocket launchers. Okay, let's see if I can go up to this guy. So, yeah, it's one of my favorites. I love that pew noise. Tropica did help me out with some of the creature sounds. So like Ashcore, we didn't want to remove a lot of the nostalgic sounds, especially the dragon ones. So adding an impact sound, we had to like modify his current sounds to make an impact sound for him. Same with like the Phoenix and stuff. And we wanted to make it actually sound like it belonged to Ashcore and the dragons and not something completely different. So that's something else we kind of did with the sounds. And that guy laughs. This guy got a slight nerf as well. But you can also use like anything against him now. Cool! So, are you ready for the next part, guys? Lump is going to probably do a lot more talking. I don't know if Vuri is still here. So, about the Maddie model, I was previously told I couldn't do it, as you all know, and currently I don't really have anything to say about it right now. We don't really... Modeling isn't really our specialty, so that's something that's still kind of like a far future thing. Yeah.
We're looking into it.
Yes, we're looking into it. Let's switch off game capture. There's more. So we're going to do things a little bit differently. And I am on full screen. That's fine. I did not mean to show that. Let's turn off video capture. Wait, which one is... Oh, wrong thing. Right now we're looking at Unity. Hopefully nothing gets spoiled. Okay, that's full screen. I don't know why it's still showing. That is weird. So, I'll just do it here unprofessionally. So, oh, there we go. It's Unity capture. My bad. So, we want to do things a little bit differently. We have updates that come out every other month or every 3 or 4 months or something like that. And not a lot happens because we essentially, we're trying to keep quiet so we can surprise you guys. We want to do things a little bit differently this time around. So this time, we want... Appreciate all you guys, Mysterious Man. Thank you so much, Sir Smithy. You didn't have to.
Model Matty smile.
Pay an artist to model Matty. I can now look into that. Jeez. I could probably do that. Oh, you were planning on doing... See, Vuria does everything. This is why I hired Vuria. But I could just pay Vuria to do it. Anyways. So, we want to do things a little bit differently. we want to give you guys a look at what's coming. We want to actually be open with the community because I wasn't allowed to be back then. We want to let you know what we're working on in the near future. And kind of since we now have a team, we're now able to do a lot more. So I want to give you a sneak peek at what we're doing. I want to, a lot of this, what we're changing, we really need to be open with the community because if it's bad, it's going to kill the game. Probably not, but it'll be bad. So we're going to do this. We're going to give you guys a glimpse at what's coming. Yeah, W. Sir Smithy. He's the best. So we have kind of like I want to say a PowerPoint presentation, but I did all of this in Photoshop. And we're going to talk about some of the things we're doing. There's kind of like, since there's 3 of us, I'll give you info on that in a second, Cookie Man. Actually, I could do that right now because I might forget it. Before we do roadmap, there's one other thing.
Just a thing for the roadmap. If you're missing a certain video from me, it should be in the
How much money for a
in the stream schedule chat.
Okay. Give me 1 second, guys. This is very unprofessional. But first off, I guess we can reveal that, and then we can talk about iOS, okay?
Cool.
Oops, did not mean to show that. So, it's fine. So, I hinted at a new creature, and Tropica was trying to model something new. Is this the Wren, or is this something else?
Yes.
Yep. This is
Okay. So I did mention that there is one new creature that you can find that is going to drop the new space item, or not space items, the ocean items. So here's a look at the space Wren, which just faded away for some reason on my screen. There we go.
I think you have to loop it because it's a very short animation.
Yeah, it is. I don't know how to loop in this.
Oh, it's okay.
Oh, there it is.
But yeah.
There we go. That's it untextured. We're actually having new models and stuff. I don't know if this is going to make it this patch. Currently, the Space Wren is like a retextured bird. But this little guy you can find up in space. And if you kill him, he'll drop the ocean stuff. The new ocean stuff.
He also has a chance to drop emeralds, but just really rare.
Gotcha. And there's also a picture of it somewhere.
Should also be in the
I'm just going to
schedule.
drag Discord over to here because I don't... Oh, wait, that didn't work. I'll get the picture of it. Hang on. Save image. I'll put it in... I'll call it Tropica's Wren. Why not? Here it is with textures. If it pops up. Why am I still in video
it's there.
capture? Is it there? I don't see it on the stream. There we go. Here it is. Here's another look at the little guy. Textures still work in progress though, but
if
cute guy.
You know, if everything goes right, it'll look basically just like this.
Yep.
And that's
Reminds
about
you
that. There's nothing really special about it. The idea behind it was because one of the songs that Archangel made had like bird sounds in it, and it plays in space. And like I saw a comment on one of the videos that had that song that was like, "There aren't any birds in space. Why are there bird sounds in space?" So I'm like, "Hey Lump, could we make a bird for space?" And then we did it. And that was it.
All right, on to the iOS situation. I need to find it first because I did not save this thing. So, all right, iOS. Just gonna save it as a random PNG real quick. Here we go. So I made a random message that said I won. And if you're wondering what I was linking to, about 2 days ago, Apple sent me a message giving me the rights to the free version of iOS. The long 2.5 month long battle is over with it. And, well, I would say I think it is. There it is. So, here's the thing. There's one thing I do have to worry about because this just happened 2 days ago and I haven't been able to test to see if I can get the game on iOS. So, about 2 to 3 weeks ago, the premium version came back and I don't have access to that version. Apple told me I need to do the whole process again, file a dispute to get that version as well, which I've already done, so we're waiting again. So, with this update, I'm going to try to release 14.0 with iOS on the free version. The paid version is not mine. That's an old outdated version that belongs to Paul, and I can't reach out to Paul, so it's just kind of there. I don't recommend buying it because that version is probably going to go down too. So as long as everything goes well, 14.0 will launch with Block Story, the free version, and you'll be able to play that on iOS in the meantime. And then in the time being, I'm still working on getting the premium version, but you'll at least have a version that's fully up to date. And it's been a long battle. I've been getting comments over and over and over again about this, and it's nice to finally get somewhere with Apple. And yeah, so if all goes well, 14.0 will come out with the free version of iOS, not paid, just keeping that clear. The paid version is not mine, but you'll get the free version, which will have all the content. And then hopefully we'll get the premium version going sooner than how it took to get the free version, because it took about 2.5 months. And if we have to wait about the same amount of time, we're not going to get premium until like the end of June or July, which would suck. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I have to say about iOS. Good things have happened there. And now let's get on to what we were doing earlier with the roadmap. So these next huge updates we want to do, now that I have a large team with the game, is we want to do big things with the game. We want to revamp it. We want to bring this game up to a new standard. And with this 14.0, we're going to do that. We're now going to give you a glimpse at some of the far future things that we're doing. And these are going to be huge. They're going to take some time, but it's kind of our general plan. And if something doesn't work out, something can just get thrown in the trash or whatever. But we'll see. So I do have a preview of some of the things that we're doing here. And yeah, let's start with mine, because this is something I'm very passionate about, and I'm hopefully not going to ramble about it too long and put you all to sleep. So actually, Embellio actually said it first. I'm looking at doing a complete combat overhaul to this game. I don't know why the full screen is like that. Anyways, so I'm going to remove my face if I can't get all the text to show up. So this game's combat sucks. I'm just going to straight up say it. I had to be nice back then, but no, this game sucks. When Minecraft does better combat than Block Story, we got a problem. So I'm looking at completely redoing how swords swing. I'm kind of using Hytale as a reference here. I will just kind of get that out of the way. I like the way Hytale swings its swords and does its impact and stuff like that. I want blocking. I'm tired of the percentage chance of blocking with swords. It's stupid. We need actual proper blocking so that you can hit a button and you can actually block. Getting it on mobile is going to be a little bit difficult, but we'll get there. Charge attacks, we need to add more variety with combat. I'm going to remove my face for a second. I want to rework knockback. Knockback should be in the game. I'm temporarily disabling it. And we need... It needs to be better. That's all I need to say about it. We all know it needs to be better. Reworking enemy awareness. This is something I have not been able to do because the game's AI system with all the creatures is linked up to a very old plugin called Behave, and Lump was just having a trip with that yesterday.
Yeah, I'm working on reverse engineering it, but it's going to take some time.
The game uses an outdated plugin that is no longer supported, which is why I haven't been able to make many tweaks to the creatures in the game. But when I do have the time, once we get 14.0 out, I'm going to look into this with Lump, and we're going to actually see what we can do about the creatures and make combat engaging. I think, for example, Dark Boss should be more aware of you. Like, he's only aware of you if you're like 5 blocks in front of him. And yeah, or completely rewrite it like Varia said. I'm totally down for that. And then also, I like this. In my opinion, this game's combat excels, pun intended, with ranged attacks. I think giving the Swamp Golem that throwable dirt rock was a good suggestion or a good addition. I think one of the better fights in the game is the Angel Goblin. Dodging those angelic swords is fun. Same with the Alchemist duel. I think more creatures need to have ranged attacks. I am more so of a quality person rather than a quantity. Instead of maybe adding in a ton of new creatures or enemies that do this, I think we need to revamp some of the older ones and see if we can get them to do some ranged attacks and really shake it up and mix it up and make these fights more memorable. I am very passionate about combat, as you can tell, and I just want to make this game feel good to actually play. And I think that's about all I have to say here. There's some more things, but that's kind of a good summary of what I'm looking at doing.
To the person in chat who was asking if the worms will be renamed Giggles, yes, I think so, right?
It's kind of embedded into the game and for some reason, and it's just kind of difficult to do. I don't know why it's like that, but it is.
Well, it was in our plans, so if we find a way to do it, we will.
So the next thing, I'm going to do Lump. I'm going to do your slide next. This is something Lump wants to do. Are you ready, Lump?
Yep.
Ready for the next big thing?
Yep.
Oh, that's awkward.
Let me know when it's up.
It's up.
Okay. All right. So for a long time now, we've been kind of limited in adding new things to the terrain generator. There's been a lack of new biomes, lack of new layers. So coming in the near to distant future is terrain generator version 3. We're going to spread out structures, we're going to revamp structures, we're going to make sharper and more mountainous terrain, more biomes, more caves, mountains, Moria, Atlantis, the whole shebang. It's all coming back. We're not just talking about little islands in the sky. That's fun. I hope that's nice for now, but no, we want to redo the whole thing. And the code for this is already underway, so it'll happen.
Yes, Lump has made progress on this already. And we were actually really, I don't know if I should mention this, we were considering trying to bring back Moria to the current terrain generator, but there's just not enough space. We would have to move down Hades, and anyone that's built there, all their stuff would just be completely destroyed. So we're looking at a brand new terrain generator, and the one thing I'm looking forward to, besides caves, I love caves, but the other thing I'm looking forward to is the structures are going to be more spread out. So all that lag that was happening on, like, for example, Space Layer 2 or Deep Forests is hopefully just going to go away. The game is going to also run much smoother as well. That's the other key, is performance.
Yeah, so we're gonna focus more on putting things back to more procedural. Like, if we don't need to have a structure for it, there's not going to be one. So
yes. So we have one last thing on this roadmap, and this is a Varia thing, so I'm going to try to talk for her because she's in chat, but Varia will also probably add to this. So the lighting stuff you saw...
Sorry, I need to just correct. Version 2 is not going away. Version 2 stays. It's not going anywhere, but this will be an addition.
Yes. So one last thing. The lighting that you currently saw that's coming in this update is small compared to what is planned. I forgot to get a new wallpaper for this one. It's whatever. So we're planning, the lighting system in the game is all broken and messy, and it's the reason why this update is still not out, is because the lighting is all jacked up. We're looking at, Varia specifically is looking at redoing it completely, and I actually have a preview of what it's going to look like in the future. So we're looking at, completely overhauling it, adding in more PC related features, anti-aliasing, mip mapping, all that stuff. And I actually have a preview, and I'm going to remove all the HUD and stuff so you can see it in all of its glory of what this looks like. So let me get rid of that. I have 2 pictures for you, and prepare to be amazed. This is what the game is going to hopefully look like in the future. This is the lighting that Veria has been currently working on, and personally when I saw this, I shit myself. Not really. But this is what, and ignore the AI generated seagrass and stuff, this is what we're currently doing here. And in terms of performance, I believe it doesn't really hurt performance. I also have one more picture. Here's another. It has Discord compression on it, so. Yeah. Just play the scenes. Let me bring the chat back here. So what do you guys think? Just some stuff we're working on. I thought you guys might like to see that. So now, let me... So when I've said over and over again, we're bringing this game up to a modern standard, this is one of the things that I meant when bringing it up to a modern standard. So we're actually making it look beautiful, and the former dev said, oh, what I'm currently doing with the lighting is RTX. This is RTX. So I'm going to let this stay up because the only thing, we don't actually have much left other than to talk about release and the few things remaining that are not here. So, let me just pull up the stream schedule real quick. I didn't miss anything, did I?
You could check stream schedule. I did put an image there. It's your choice if you want to show it or not.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'll show it. Why not? There's... Oh, this is great. There is one more thing coming in this update that is already implemented, and it is the greatest feature of all time. Check this out.
Yes!
Let's go! Let's go!
Yeah, all right. This right here is the greatest part of 14.0. It blends it with the grass, and good luck finding it. So,
Incredibly hard to find.
this got a bigger reaction than anything else did on the stream. Like, who needs the lighting update? We got a frog.
Poison Dart Frog is no longer alone. Shiva's no longer alone. It's the best thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, no, right? So, yeah, anyways, let me just go through here. So besides that, I want to talk about release date for 14.0, and I want to talk about the things remaining. So there's a few small features that are not done yet. One of the things that this was supposed to be in the previous update was separating FPS from jump and knockback, and now knockback is temporarily disabled. So we're going to incorporate delta time into the game to fix this issue because it was not fixed. It was not done by the previous developer. The higher your FPS is, the lower you jump, and we're looking to finally end this with this update. So jumping will always be the same distance every single time. That's just something else we still have to do. The mob shaders, I did show them off, but it is still very early, like in its early stages, because the mob shaders are, I said the lighting is all jacked up. The mob shaders is very, very inconsistent when it's not in caves. Some creatures just go completely dark and some don't. And this is why we're looking at completely redoing the lighting because it's just a mess. But, so that's what we're doing there. The next thing we're doing, and this is a small one, where we're going to remove scrape damage. Have you ever jumped and landed on a block where you've taken 2 or 3 hits at the same time? That is not a bug. That was intentional back then. When you fall in this game, and if you touch the sides of blocks when you fall, you get hurt. And it's because there is scrape damage in this game. So you scrape the you scrape the sides of surfaces as you're falling, and you take damage. This is stupid and doesn't belong in gaming, so it's going away as well. We haven't gotten rid of it yet, but it's going away. The next thing, I want to add in more idle sounds for a few more items, so I'm still not done with the sound stuff. We still got a few more things. The last thing, PC users, we're looking into this right now. Right now it's very messy. I know you guys have wanted this for a long time, but I didn't have it ready to showcase for this demo. How would you guys like custom key bindings and proper controller support? Because we're currently trying to get that into this update as well. Currently, the inputs are all over the place. They're on like 30 different scripts. So we're trying to gather, we're trying to gather all the scripts that have set inputs and tie them to this. It's just a giant mess. Like the whole game's a mess. And we're trying to get that in. It's kind of on like the last list of things to do. And if it becomes too much of a problem, we won't do it. And we also have to worry about the old menu system being an issue and all that stuff. So we're currently looking into that as well. I don't know if there's much else. Lump, can you think of anything? Oh, wait, I can play Archangel's music.
We're looking... Should I mention platforms?
Yeah, sure. Bring those up. Why not?
We've been making a few adjustments so that the game can run properly on Linux and Mac OS. So you might see that either the next update or in the near future.
Yes. And as for Hitbox Fix, that is also tied to the Behave plugin, and it's just a mess right now. So we haven't gotten quite to that yet, but we want to look at it. So what you're hearing right now is currently Archangel's Space Layer 1 theme, which you have heard in a video. However, the version you heard in that video was work in progress. This version, I don't know if Archangel's still in the chat or not. This version is the final version, and it's much longer. It's his longest theme he's ever added to the game. It's just over 5 minutes long. So, about Rise of the Kingdom Part 2. The original plan when I was with the other guy was to release this update in a much smaller state and then release Rise of the Kingdom Part 2. Rise of the Kingdom Part 2 was going to have the combat overhaul and like an additional like quest line with the NPCs. A lot of the content that was coming in Rise of the Kingdom Part 2 is on our roadmap. We've kind of, I hope you guys don't mind, we're gonna push Rise of the Kingdom Part 2 out a little bit so we can work on redoing the terrain generator, do the combat and all that stuff, and I hope you guys don't mind. But we will get to that one eventually. So I guess while this one's playing, if you guys have any more questions, you can let us know. And that's pretty much most of the update.
Oh,
What?
There's a.
What is
there are two. There's people. I was noticing some people pointing it out when you were going through the creative inventory. There's a melon change.
Oh,
and,
yes. Melons are in the game, or they changed. I can.
As in,
if you drag the melon block into the crafting grid, you can slice it into 4 melon slices.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys, we didn't do corn. We added in melon slices instead.
it was just better, you know?
Yeah.
And
The
if you
other
see a
thing
new block,
is,
oh yeah, go on.
just if you wanna chug some poison, it's your prerogative.
Yeah, you can do that. I don't know why people kept asking for that, but that's something you can do.
Christopher, that has already been implemented. Slabs, stairs, triangles, and verticals no longer have lighting issues. Furia actually solved that.
Yeah, I think that might include doors and stuff too.
I believe
Any
it's
kind
everything.
of entity-esque block.
Yes. So, oh yeah, I didn't even talk about a release date. We need new structures. Thank you, Mysterious Man.
We need new structures.
Yes, we do. But so the reason why I kept holding off on new structures is because we're looking at redoing the whole terrain generator first. That's kind of why I was saying, hold off on new structures for now. That's why. So as far as a release, if the game builds popularity, I could port it to console. It's just very expensive. So as far as release goes, I'm sure you guys may have remembered, you old timers may have remembered the beta branch for premium users and for PC users. I'm looking at potentially bringing back the beta branch for 14.0, and our goal is to have a beta version out in April. As long as everything goes well, it could happen at the early stages of April, and if it's smooth, we can actually have this update released in April. So I'm gonna be open about it. I'm gonna communicate what's going on now that you're aware of everything that's coming. And it just comes down to a few things. It's gonna come down to the lighting. By the way, this isn't in 14.0. I'm sure you guys know that. So it's gonna come down to some of the mob shader stuff. It's going to come down to the key binding stuff and seeing how much of a mess that is. And I think if we get those things in a good shape, we'll be good to go. We did a lot of work, or Lump did a lot of work with the current terrain generator, and the first time I tested out his changes, my entire world got reset, but luckily I think that's fixed. So we want to do a beta for this update, and either I'm going to do the beta branch for Google Play and Steam users. And the Archino music track just finished. Let me know what you think. Oh, it's playing again. So, we're going to do a beta branch to make sure everything's okay. If everything's all good, we'll push it out to live. And, yeah, we'll get it out. And we'll hopefully get it out with iOS as well. Yeah, I'm not shadow dropping this update like I did last time. So, to recap, let's do a quick recap of everything that's happening. So we got the menu changes. We got a female player option. In terms of immersion, everything blows with the wind now. We got an ocean overhaul. We have a new creature in space. Fire was revamped. Plants, grass, flowers, all that stuff interacts when you walk on it. Lighting is receiving changes.
New creature on Earth.
New creature. Oh yeah, we got the legendary frog coming in this update. We got mob shaders. They'll go so you won't see them glow in the dark anymore. We have 400 new audio sounds coming. We have Pass on Forgotten Sky and Hades. You'll be able to paint almost anything in this game now. We have just over 20 new blocks coming in this update, and there might be more as we progress. We got 4 new tracks coming in this update. I did a complete rebalance on the whole entire game. All 136 creatures have new HP, damage, new XP, all that stuff. Gauntar breeze in space. Angel Goblin will no longer heal Ashcore. Knockback has been disabled. Translations have been updated across the board. All items are in creative mode. The shadows will go away when you destroy stuff. Wizard spawns in the old world. The old spawners are back. IL2 CPP is gone, so you can mod the game. Player file encryption is gone. Floating islands are in your world. And we got a bright roadmap ahead. And I think I missed some things. And we also got the frog and Space Wren and all that stuff. So, this update we're calling Block Story Reforged because we got a new team working on this. We have a new quality, new standard for updates, and we're greatly listening to the community now and adding in all your requests, or at least most of them. But, yeah, so it's a huge update, biggest update we've probably seen in 4 years. The game's gonna feel different, it's gonna sound different, it's gonna be so much more immersive. And this is kind of the direction we're going in, and I can't wait to show off more soon. But yeah, so I think that's pretty much everything. No corn in this update. There's a few other things I didn't quite go over, but yeah. Do you guys have any more thoughts you want to add? Chopgun Lump.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll go Chopper.
I was gonna say if you want to play one of the new songs I had that wasn't the menu theme, I think it was the cave one, you can. But if we don't have time for that, that's fine.
We can play it.
I don't even know where I put it. I think it's in the music chat somewhere.
Yeah, we can play the new cave music.
Just stand by for updates, guys. There's gonna be a lot.
There's going to be a lot of big stuff coming. Oh, I
Yeah.
found it. Let me stop the current one. Why is this down here? This is in the way. Okay, let's get rid of that. And let's play this one. This is a new cave soundtrack. Lumpology character option. That's a great idea.
The character just automatically walks out in the negative y direction towards 10 million blocks.
You guys might recognize this sound if you're an OG.
It's a very quiet song.
Yeah, I turned it up.
This is the frogs theme.
The frogs theme. All right. Oh, it's still going.
Yeah, this is gonna be super ominous. Like if you play hardcore when the lighting is super dark, and you're walking around at night in this place. Oof.
Yeah.
Guys, I don't
Maybe we
have-
can add Minecraft cave sounds to this game one day. You're
Guys,
just walking around and you hear. "Rah!"
Guys, I don't have a Maddie remodel. What I do have, though, if I go here, I can play the Maddie sounds, but I don't have the Maddie model. So, imagine if I go to assets and I go to sounds, because I know not everyone has heard Maddie. Boss prefabs. All right, here we go. Maddie. We have a few sounds for Maddie if you want to hear them. So just imagine mining in a dark cave and hearing something like this. Or something like this. Or maybe something like this. Anyways. Yeah, I spent a lot of time with a lot of these. So, yeah, that's... Oh, yeah, and I guess the one other thing is Maddie is more rare at night. That was something else that we did.
Yeah, Maddie will be a little less often.
Yes. But, yeah, that's pretty much everything. I don't have, like, a surprise explosion trailer. I think this is plenty good enough anyways. So yeah, the purple sky effect's still staying, but yeah, that's pretty much everything as far as the update goes. I'm probably going to release a recap video covering everything that's happening, or maybe I'll just do it in the wipe. I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I have. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, guys, for sticking with me in the voice chat. We've been streaming for, we're about to hit 2 hours. Nice.
Yippee!
Nice. I was thinking that this thing was going to be much longer than what it was, but yeah, that's pretty much everything I have for you guys, and expect more videos and updates soon now that you guys know what's coming and what we're working on. Appreciate all you guys, all your support. Couldn't have done this without you. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys all next time. Have a good one. You guys want to say bye? Yeah, there you go. Me.